The Nintendo Switch 2 is here, and it's already creating waves in the gaming world. One of the biggest questions that came up with its release was about backwards compatibility. Would your favorite Switch 1 games work well on the new console? At first, the answer was mixed. Some titles worked just fine, while others had performance issues. But now, Nintendo has taken a big step forward. Over 20 games have been officially updated to run better on the Switch 2. This means if you own titles like Harvestella Crypt of the Necrodancer, Endless Ocean Luminous, or even Portal 2, it's worth checking them out again. After the recent update, many of the problems have been fixed, and these games are running much more smoothly. That said, not everything is perfect yet. Some games are still having trouble. Nintendo has pointed out that titles like Batman, Knight, Darkstar 1, and Welcome to Imperium are currently experiencing issues. These problems are related to the new hardware and the way the console handles older games. Basically, Switch 2 runs on a different chipset than Switch 1. That means it needs to translate code in real time, and that can lead to bugs or glitches. It's kind of like speaking a new language while still learning it. So while many games are getting smoother with updates, a few still need more work. But overall, the backwards compatibility is heading in the right direction. Even games without specific updates are often running better simply because of the Switch 2's stronger hardware. Next up, let's talk about Pikmin. The Pikmin Presents event is scheduled to go live very soon, and it's already got fans buzzing. The show will last for around 24 minutes, which might not sound like a lot, but it's usually packed with announcements, updates, and surprises. Fans are hoping to see more about Legend ZA, one of the most anticipated Pikmin games. So far, we've only seen short previews of the game running on Switch 2, but it already looks much sharper and more detailed than before. This event could finally show us real gameplay, footage of how the game performs on the new console. There's also speculation about possible remakes or new titles. Could we see a remake of Black and White, or maybe a new entry in the Let's Go, the series, possibly returning to the Johto region? It's all just speculation for now, but the timing feels right. Pikmin Company might also give us our first tease of Generation 10. Even a small announcement could build a lot of hype. There's also a rumor going around that a classic Pikmin game, Colosseum, might suddenly drop on Nintendo Switch Online. If that happens during the Pikmin Presents, it would be a big deal, especially for fans who played it on the GameCube back in the day. Besides the big game announcements, expect updates on mobile games and apps too. Games like Pikmin Champions, which is set to launch across platforms including mobile and Switch 2, might get some attention. And of course, they'll likely share news about events and the Pikmin trading card game. It's a full ecosystem, now not just mainline games. So this Pikmin Presents will probably touch many different parts of the franchise. Now let's shift focus to a beloved Nintendo character, Donkey Kong. The latest game in the series, Donkey Kong Bonanza, just launched and it's already making a strong impression. In the UK, it debuted at #1 in physical game sales. That's a big win for Donkey Kong fans. What's even more impressive is that its launch sales are 3 times higher than Tropical Freeze, the last big Donkey Kong release. Well, it's not as huge as Super Mario Odyssey in sales yet. That's not surprising. Odyssey had a longer runway and a bigger install base back in 2017. Still, Bonanza is off to a great start. The game is also getting good reactions from players. It feels like a real 3D Donkey Kong experience. Not just a side project, but a full effort by Nintendo. It's fun, full of surprises, and has a lot of charm. Some critics say it's a bit too easy, especially the boss battles. But overall, players are enjoying the exploration, the action, and the references to Donkey Kong's long history. If you own a Switch 2 and haven't tried Bonanza yet, it might be time to check it out. Meanwhile, Mario Kart World is also hitting new milestones. In Japan, it has already sold more physical copies than Mario Kart 8 did on the Wii U. That's a big achievement in a short time. Keep in mind, Mario Kart 8 originally launched on Wii U and was later brought to Switch as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We've been playing versions of that same game for years, so having a fresh Mario Kart title finally hit the market and do so well is a great sign. It shows that players were ready for something new. Of course, not everything is perfect. Some players have raised concerns about the online experience in Mario Kart World. Specifically, the removal of random stage selections has annoyed some of the community. But Nintendo has been known to make updates based on feedback, so there's hope that improvements will come. Even with some quirks, Mario Kart World is shaping up to be one of the big multiplayer titles on Switch 2. Looking forward, there's more to come. A job listing from a 3D character modeler on LinkedIn has revealed that Nintendo is working on a new strategy RPG and it's a sequel to an existing franchise, exclusively for the Switch 2. The most likely guess: Fire Emblem. That series has a loyal fan base and has done well in recent years. Some fans are hoping it will be similar to Three Houses, rather than Engage, the last title in the series. Whether it's a remake or a brand new entry, strategy RPG fans have something exciting to look forward to. And with this kind of development happening now, there's a chance we might hear more at the next Nintendo Direct, expected by the end of July. Finally, let's touch on an interesting myth that's been circulating for years, that Nintendo consoles are mainly for kids. Well, new data tells a different story. A massive survey in Japan, with over 180,000 participants, reveals the average ages of players for various game franchises. And guess what? Nintendo's biggest games are mostly played by adults. The average age for Mario and Pokémon players is 32. For Zelda and Animal Crossing, it's 35. Even Kirby players average around 30. These aren't just kids' games anymore. They're loved by people in their 20s, 30s, and beyond. Compare that to games like Brawl Stars, where the average player age is 18. That's where you see younger gamers, mostly on mobile. The Switch 2, with its $450 price tag and mature game offerings like Cyberpunk 2077, is clearly aimed at a more grown-up audience. Sure, the games are family-friendly, but the players are mostly adults, so the old idea that Nintendo is just for kids doesn't hold up anymore. The facts speak for themselves. Nintendo continues to build on its legacy, blending nostalgia with innovation. The Switch 2 is shaping up to be more than just an upgrade, it's the beginning of a new era. With backwards compatibility updates, strong game launches, exciting announcements on the way, and a player base that spans all ages, the future of Nintendo looks very promising.